Rubber Band here again, and we're talking about impressioning again, specifically impressioning handles. Now, if you've been following the journey, you will recognize this as the prototype. This is the one that kind of started it all, and I'm going to kind of give you a little primer about how this actually first came to be. So, before I get into the announcements, so before any of the final versions, I was out on a job and I needed to make a key to something. I think it was just like a little wafer lock somewhere. I didn't have anything to do it with. I don't think I even had locking pliers because it was some after hours gig that I was just doing apropos of nothing, and it turns out that I was woefully unprepared for some of it. So I ended up using this, but I didn't have a drill or a tap or anything. So what I did is I put a key in here, and I took hose clamp and I cinched this tight, and it held my little Y11 blank or whatever. But I liked the form factor so much that I ended up working with this piece of stock, which is actually a major manufacturing master UP keying systems staking tool that I have cut the little nose cone off of, so it can do this. And I ended up drilling and tapping that, and the first key I made for a lock was on a quick set, and they're not normally known for being all that friendly to impressioning, simply because they have big, wide, flat-bottomed pins, and they're not very fun. But with the help of the LPU community, specifically Celebrity in Training, Not Sure, or Hazard, proprietor of Hazardous Manufacturing .com, we came up with this one. This is one of the prototypes for the very first steel versions. You can tell because the holes are further apart and the slot is very deep. Ended up being that was kind of more of a costly procedure that we didn't really need, and as with all product refinements, we made some improvements, and we went to steel version 2. This was my daily carry one in my little tool pouch for a long time. You can see the oxide's kind of worn a little bit, but it's seen some use. It's definitely served me very, very well. I enjoyed it a lot. So much so that I even went a little fancy, and I had a titanium variant made, just as a, I guess you would call it a celebratory episode, because of just how well I ended up liking the tool. But I didn't like a couple of things. Mainly, I didn't like really how much I had to charge for it, because impressioning handles throughout the trade and lock sport in general are expensive. And given their deceptively simple construction, I will say, after I jumped in and started trying to make these myself, I realized very quickly that machine time is expensive and mistakes become expensive. But I ended up with another version, and that's right here. You can see this is very prototypical. I've got jam screws over here to hold these at a certain place just to keep everything sorted. And I ended up liking this well enough, but I was worried about threading fatigue in here. So what needed to be done was we needed to use threaded inserts, which are in here. So these have helicoils, thread certs. Decided that this one wasn't necessary, so this one won't have it, and most of them, they're in some of the new versions, but this is where we're at. I have these new impressioning tools ready to go. They're aluminum. They have steel threads for everything that matters, basically on both sides of the jaw here, and they work great. They're lighter, and I'm happy to announce they're a whopping 50 now, compared to what I had to charge was 85 for these. So these are now 50 out the door. I'm not including the fancy sleeves anymore. You can still buy them. I have a ton of them, so if you want them, they do fit. So you can see that these still have, like, this is some stock, and you can see that on there. However, finishing them just added to cost, but there's no sharp edges anywhere. Everything is very rounded off, polished and sanded. So I have 80 of these now. So I was able to get a very large amount ready, and that's I'm very, very excited to announce that. Now, if you teach impressioning classes and you need tooling, you can reach out to me for bulk pricing. That is totally fine. I believe that I'm going to be able to keep having these manufactured and keep them in stock with little to no sellout overlap. So that's my big announcement. I'm going to announce also what comes in the package, what you get. You get this partially threaded machine screw. It is a 1/8 drive, just like these. They are all 1/4 thread. This is 1/4 thread. This is for storage. So it goes much deeper. So this will fit in most pick cases. So if you get a file, and if you're so inclined, you can cut the file down to about this and have some sort of handle that you put on it, what have you. I haven't gotten that far, but this is where we're at. You get cup point screws pre-installed, and also in the bag to replace any or all of these in any configuration you choose. I have my own preferred setup. You can use yours. There will be knurled and cone point screws. So knurled. So this is cone. So you can see right here. That's cone. You know, nice surface area. It will crimp in there pretty good. And then we've got knurled. So these will grip in there quite well. They're very serrated. Those are all included. So your bag, when you get it, if you choose to buy one, will look like this. So the tool is a little longer than everything, but everything fits in here. So this is what the bag will look like. 50 USD. And I will have files on the shop too. I'm just trying to find a place that isn't charging ridiculous cost, because I'm trying to get a whole package where you can buy this, 10 blanks or so, a pin tumbler lock or a wafer lock, and a file, and keep it like right around just under $100 is the ideal. But we will see where that goes. So but for now, this is about the handle. Here it is. They'll be packaged, and look, it looks so nice. And when I say that I'll have them, I mean it. I'll have them. I got a bunch. So if you are interested, keep a lookout on Hooligan Keys. There's more in the future. I have a new prototype already kind of being designed, and I'm going to explain it to you, so people who are into lever lock impressioning might enjoy this for curtained mortise locks, lever locks, what have you. I'm going to have this configuration as it sits, or rather the other one. But down here, I'm going to have a hole drilled through, so you can cut the bow off of a blank, and you can jaw up a lever lock key for mortise locks, what have you, UK specific lever mortise locks. So that way it will add a more utilitarian aspect to it. These can still be used as a tensioning tool for picking lever locks. If you have a cut down blank, I have a video on my YouTube where I use it for that. You can check it out. It's me picking a Squire 660. And that about it serves for the announcement. Just kind of wanted to express my excitement for getting these done, show you all what to expect, and as always, I am more than happy to take considerations and suggestions from the community at large. My main concern right now is for people who are arthritic. So if there is somebody who is arthritic and has suggestions for how to make these a little better, I'm gonna say Tyler J. Thomas, a locksmith buddy of mine, has added a big knob for the back for applying grip pressure, so you doesn't have to grip the narrow body. So if you are arthritic, that is an option. I'm going to see about adding things like that and extensions and additions to the shop to be able to, I'm very an advocate for accessibility of all sorts. So if there's something that you think I can do to make this accessible or more usable, utilitarian, what have you, please reach out to me on any of the platforms that you know me to be on, email, what have you, and I will do my best to incorporate it, respond, and or check it for viability as far as I'm concerned. I might just have to refer people somewhere to getting it done, but as it sits, thanks so much everybody for your support and helping this product kind of continue its lifespan. And as always, I've been Rubber Band, and thanks for watching.